Hello everybody, in this video we're going to take a look at the Generative Expand feature in Photoshop. It was in beta, now it's available in the regular Photoshop. It supports 100 languages and it's a really cool feature. It works well in most part, but there are some generation that I didn't like and well, probably need to train more and get better, but well, definitely it can deliver if you kind of tweak it well, really beautiful results. This is one of them, by the way. We're going to try out some different things so you can see how it works. And basically, if you go to the original image, and we're going to go here, this is the image that I started with. And what we're going to do, we need to use the crop tool. There are different ways to, of course, to expand the crop. I'm just going to go with the default one. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm just going to expand. And basically it will fill in the empty area of the canvas, which is not the image because we just expanded it, right? So if you put something like that, also recommend zooming out, and we can actually add prompt or leave it without. So let's try something without. It will generate 3 different variations for you to choose from. All right, now if you look at the result, you can see there, by the way, I skipped a few seconds forward. You can see that the results are pretty cool. You can see, by the way, some of the difference. It's not as sharp as I wanted it to be. When it comes to rendering faces, human faces as well, there's a terrible job, to be honest. Hopefully this will be improved in future updates. All right, now let's do something else with prompt this time around. Keep in mind the layer would remember, I think, the last 60 prompts that you put, and you can delete them, by the way, if you want to make more space. And you can also choose between, again, 3 variations of your results and see which one you like best. So let me just show you here, kind of snowy mountains. Actually, this one looks really beautiful, and you can change and choose other variations. All right, here's another example. I already made it, so you don't need to see the time it takes to generate. So this is the original image, and that's the fill in. I'm going to show you, of course, more variations. Now we look up close. All right, so again, let's try the different variations that I got this time. Let's get close. You can also see, by the way, the details. Look at the beautiful work on the left wheel. Incredible. And the details, the dents, the ground, the grass. That's actually really beautiful results. All right, let me show you more variations. Again, I really like the variations. Look how beautiful it looks. All right. Many different options for you to choose from. Of course, you can continue and generate again and again until you get what you like. Now, I want to show you something with people, which I didn't like. It wasn't, you can see the problem here. So I just put auction with lots of, the original image was that, and I expanded it with auction with lots of people. And, I got results, as you can see, the faces. It looks pretty terrible. Let me just generate again so you can actually see. Again, you can generate on the same layer. I've taken the original one, of course, into account. So here's another one. All right, so yeah. So the results are, when it comes to people, are, well, terrible. Now, one tip I have for you, by the way, first of all, make sure that once you create something, zoom out. So you have, make it easier for you to increase, or you want to increase, by the way, the size, you can do it manually, of course, at the top bar. But again, it's just easier to zoom out and then create the expanded canvas. It's just easier to do like that. So you go to the magnifying glass, use Alt, press, and then you can zoom out, and then you can do the just make things much easier. Now again, everything will be seamless, but sometimes you need to write the right prompt to help it. For example, if I write something like, creepy forest, for example, but I wanted something dark, I won't get what I want, and it will actually fit, there's a kind of a bright area there. So if I want to create what I want, I need to tell it explicitly what I want. For example, I need to tell it dark or at night in order to get what I like. And this is just a quick example, which I write, dark and night. It actually fits in nicely. Next thing I want to show you is something cool, but with a different trends that people enjoy, especially on TikTok and of course the social media, on Discord, for example, related to those generative AI art stuff. So this is, for example, Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can do it for by doing music albums, and let's try to just take This is a video game, right? And we try to expand on this original box art. This is a game by Nintendo. We're just going to create something and try something simple. And you can see how beautiful it actually and seamlessly blends everything together, that it looks magnificent. So we're just going to try beautiful ocean, something simple, but you can see that even that can generate seamlessly something really, really beautiful. Yeah, I already, by the way, speak over it. I already tried it, so I know the result, and beautiful. So I wanted to see it. And let's take a look. Here we go. Look at, by the way, the original image is there, right? It doesn't seem like it, but it's there. Again, if you make something smaller, you know, the details are kind of hide, you know, the mountains there, but it actually blends beautifully with the environment. And there are different options for you to choose from. And of course, you can continue generating more and adding more complex prompt. It's up to you to decide. The creative options are endless. Again, it's not perfect. You can see actually the transition between the things that look a bit sharp and what the Photoshop generates there. But again, overall, again, if you just zoom out a bit, it looks really nice. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the results, and I know it's just going to get better and better. Now, yeah, more examples that I did, but generally speaking, again, this is great having this in Photoshop as part of the workflow to become more creative and more productive. It's a fantastic tool, and of course, more will be available in the future, and I can't wait, to get more tools and just enjoy creating. And I'm going to show you a few images, but I'm going to show you also some of the tags. This is from the official website, Adobe website. As you can see here, it says generative content can be added with or without text prompt in more than 100 languages. Generative Expand in Photoshop is powered by Adobe Firefly, which is now available for commercial use. And of course, you can find more information on the official Adobe website. I hope you enjoyed this one, find it informative and useful and inspiring. Have fun with it. I see you on the next guide. Cheers.